Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rad Company, and it is always a good day when you pick up a new set of wheels for your car or truck. And in today's case, I picked up a set of Mamba Off-Road wheels for my Dodge Ram 1500. And in today's video, we're gonna be showing you how to keep your new wheels looking newer for longer with GTECHNIQ C5. All right, so we couldn't start this video without a simple unboxing, so we want to show you guys what wheels I chose from Mamba. I think that these things are going to look pretty awesome on my silver Dodge Ram, as that truck has come a long ways. I acquired some tires. I'm going to be sitting on 285 7017s on some BF Goodrich KO2s. Now, I want to go with something a little bit more aggressive, something that has a little bit more of a concave look. So, taking these things off, I'm excited. I'm excited to see these things. Pull this out, drop that off, something like that. All right, you guys ready to see this? You guys ready to see this? Oh, snap. Check that out. So these are the M22s. Really cool design. I really like that. It's black and it's got kind of like this, I wouldn't call this a polish, but it's just basically got these accents here, these silver accents on the inside. Then it's got the beadlock style look. It's not actually beadlock because, let's face it, I'm not putting that truck through that much, but I think that this is gonna look really good. And so in terms of the coating, we're gonna get the C5 on here, hit the barrels first, and then we're gonna be knocking out the faces, and overall, this should be a pretty simple application. We're gonna be hitting it with some panel wipe to prep the wheels, going over it with C5, getting it on there nice and thick, letting it dwell for a little bit, wiping it off with our Drago towels, and I should be good to go. And from there, I'll be able to get the tires mounted. And so I know a question some people might have is that, should they coat the wheels before getting their tires mounted, right? It doesn't matter. I recommend it if you have the ability to do that. And so the reason being is that when people typically mount tires, right, you're gonna get some scuffs on the outsides and things like that. Having it being coated in the first place, that just might make it a little bit more resilient and a little bit stronger to that kind of stuff when you are mounting some tires. And it's also easier to coat with the tire off because it's not as heavy and it's not as big. So I typically say, if you can coat it before getting the tires mounted, absolutely do that. If you don't have that ability, then coat them after, you're totally fine. And C5 is something that we always recommend using on newer wheels, right? Basically, it even says on the instructions, use these on wheels less than a year old to keep them looking newer for longer. And if you do have an older set of wheels and you still want to coat them, we just recommend polishing them or cleaning them and doing all the decon needed before coating them with C5 if you're doing with older wheels like I have currently on my Dodge Ram. So we're gonna pull Levi gates in for this install. We're gonna be splitting it. We each get 2 wheels, knocking it out and talking about the process. All right, guys, so we are ready to go. I got Levi Gates, the master of shine, joining me for the C5 application, who is also a fan of Mamba wheels.
You would say that I am also a Mamba enthusiast.
Ah, okay.
Got a set of some M19s in the 18-inch size on the Ragnarok. My Suburban.
Oh, really? Okay, all
Some
right.
call it the most powerful Suburban on the planet.
Yeah.
And I think the Mamba wheels make it that way.
Yes, all credit to Mamba Wheels. So yeah, we're really excited. So we got the M22s here, we're ready to get coating. So we're gonna start off with panel wipe here. And so panel wipe is GTECHNIQ's paint prep if you guys haven't heard of it before. And then we're gonna be following up with 2 boxes of C5 here, both are 15 milliliter size. If you're using the 15 milliliter size, those are gonna be enough to coat the face of 17-inch wheels. If you get the larger 30 milliliter size, you're gonna be able to coat the entire wheel, including the barrel. So we pulled 2 15s just to get the job done. So for this, we're using our Drago towels, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my panel wipe into the towel, and I'm actually going to start just on the barrel first, flipping it over, giving it a couple sprays there, and a couple sprays on the face, and then I'm going to pass that over to Levi there so he can get started as well. So since these are new wheels, there's not a whole lot of prep that needs to be done. We're really just kind of cleaning out any type of oils or anything like that from manufacturing, and getting them to where this coating is going to adhere properly. And so with new wheels, I like to pretty much coat everything. So the back of the spokes, the front of the spokes, the inside of the barrel, pretty much anywhere where dirt or brake dust is going to be collecting, because let's face it, on more intricate wheels, that stuff is just a pain in the ass to clean. So flipping this back down.
Well, and there's like little transfer glue and stuff from shipping when they package it. And it's good to just get all that stuff off. Also, most people don't think is if you're ordering wheels, this gives you a chance to inspect them. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't take the time to do. They just get the wheel, they put it on. And because of our friendship with Koenig and Mamba and Advanti, the biggest thing is we get to see some of those wheels that maybe are out of turn, or maybe they've machined it wrong, or things like that, because Scott has given us some of those returns for us to do some testing for different products and things like that. So it's very important when you're going through to really inspect these wheels, especially before you mount them. So that's kind of what this has given us.
You should do this with pretty much any wheel, regardless of the price, right? So the Mamba stuff is pretty affordable, but if you're getting into really high-end wheels, you're getting into HREs, you're getting into Volks, you're getting into all sorts of that stuff, check them out. Do a thorough inspection, because at that point, it's better to catch anything and contact the company rather than get everything mounted and then say, oh my God, I have to get this demounted, I have to ship it back, I have to do all this work.
Yeah, you lose credit once it's mounted, just a lot of stuff. So
the other thing I like about coating the wheels before taking it to the tire mounting shop is that those guys, I mean, I love my particular tire guy, but I've seen plenty of other tire shops who will just be wiping down brand new wheels with paper towels. Seriously, they'll take shop towels, they'll take paper towels. That means they're gonna scuff them before basically mounting the tires or after mounting the tires. And what's nice about having them coated before then is that if they are gonna scuff them, if they are gonna take a paper towel to them, at least it's on a coated wheel and it's only damaging the coating, not the actual wheel.
It's another thing to think about when you're getting wheels. So one thing I noticed on these is there's just some slight rubbing on the edges here.
Yeah.
It looked like it was just sitting in the box over the vibration.
Yep.
It just kind of worn a little bit. So that's a chance where I can grab a polisher, hit them a little bit just to shine them up that side before they get mounted, because then it's, you want to make sure you inspect them, because then when the team mounts them, you want to know what maybe was there before or stuff like that. It's not going to affect the wheel in any way, but it's just something we can look at. We're also going to coat the center caps, so we got to clean those as well.
Yep.
Get them all nice.
Now, one question people might have is, if the center caps are plastic, can you still coat them with C5? And the answer is yes. Basically, C5 is going to be very similar to other ceramic coatings, except this has a very high temperature rating, meaning that basically it'll withstand temperatures higher than your wheels are ever going to see. So putting on your plastics and all that is completely fine. And another question people might have as well is, Anthony, what if my wheels aren't powder coated, aren't factory painted? Maybe they are more of like an unfinished wheel, they're a polished aluminum, or yada, yada, yada. Can I still apply C5 to it? Yes. So whether it's powder coated, factory painted, polished aluminum, you can apply C5 to all of that. I have C5 on my exhaust because it's able to stick and it's able to hold up, and it's been on there for 7 months and it is still like brand new. All right, guys, so we got everything prepped. Levi, those are prepped, looking good. Ready to rock and roll. So here we got C5 here. It comes with, I think probably 5 applicators in here. 4 applicators is what it comes with. And so we're gonna be applying this to the soft side. Now you can use your favorite sponge applicator if you want to, but these are kind of nice because you can contour to the spoke design or to some really hard to get to areas. And so for this, we'll be cracking that open. It's like cracking open a cold one in the woods, it's like a nice Diet Pepsi. It's really, really nice. And so for this, right, when we load this applicator pad, you're going to get about halfway loaded, and you're actually going to feel the weight of it once you load it up. Pass that over to Levi so he can get started on his. And then, like I said before, I'm going to get started on the barrel. Levi, you're going to do barrels first, or you're going to do faces first?
I'm going to do probably barrels first myself. That's the way I like to roll.
Okay. Me too. So here's a good shot of the inside of the barrel here, taking our applicator with the gloves on. We're going to be starting, you can start at the top, side, however you want to do it. I'm going to start here at the bottom and start applying it. It is going to appear darker, so don't get freaked out because you're like, oh my gosh, it's turning my black wheels a darker shade of black. That's totally normal, it's totally fine. And once we go to wipe this off, that'll all level out and return to the a very close state of which it started. And so I tell people that with matte black wheels, you're basically going to be getting a deeper looking matte black. Ah, I like Levi's technique. I'm actually gonna replicate that. We're gonna go faces down and do that same thing, because I like the way that looks.
I'm also hitting the backs of the spokes. Okay.
And that's actually not a bad idea, because the back of the spoke is typically where you're gonna have the most texture. That's gonna be holding on to the most amount of brake dust, because when they spray these wheels, it's just like anything else they spray. They just wanna get color on there, not necessarily finish it to where it's perfect.
It is tearing up my little applicator, but it's not bad. Fender defenders on top of our lift here, just so that we don't scratch them. You know, this is a powder coated finish, this is a powder coated finish. Yeah. Why not put some suede in between it?
One of the many uses of fender defenders, and so people always ask us, because they see these things in videos and they see these things on our Instagram channel, they say, what are those things that you're using to prep, you know, to prep whatever you're coating, to prep whatever you're doing? And we tell them they're fender defenders. You can find them on theragcompany.com. They're a very large microfiber suede, and they're safe on paint, they're safe on pretty much everything, but most people like them for work like this, where you're prepping something. Some people like it for cleaning guns, you name it. It's endless uses.
I like it because, like, say a workbench at home and we're getting ready to coat something, I just throw out, I can set my towels, I can set my coating on it, and I have a clean area that I don't have to worry about any cross-contamination or anything like that.
All right guys, so we are finishing up with the coating. So we've been wiping off the coating or leveling the coating with our Drago towels. From there, we're gonna be going back over everything with the Eagle Edgeless 500. And this is just because it's a plusher, longer pile, and it's able to get in those intricate areas. So it's kind of like our final wipe down towel is really what we're using it for. And so far though, we haven't run into any issues. Everything's been awesome. We've had a really long working time out of the C5 in these temperatures, and they look great. They look literally fantastic. And so Levi's over here already getting started with the Eagles. So you don't really have to be a surgeon about this. You're basically just taking the towel and pushing it down into the spokes and letting the fibers do the work for you, and that seems to really level it out and clean up any extra high spots that you may have on the wheels. So we just finished with C5 on my new Mamba wheels, and I couldn't be happier. I think these things look fantastic. I think that the black is just a deeper, darker look, but knowing that these are protected and coated, I'm really excited to get them on the truck. And so I think coating your wheels, like we were talking about earlier, is something that people kind of overlook, and something that's super simple and pretty affordable to do to keep your wheels, your new wheels, looking newer for longer. And so with C5, you're getting about a year's worth of protection out of this. And so doing this right off the get-go, and then following up with your favorite spray sealants or SiO2 spray sealants, you're gonna get several years of protection out of this coating alone, as long as you continue to use toppers. And so for the deal, you really can't beat it. But Levi, what do you think? Went good?
This is such an easy process. You know, anybody can do it, whether, you know, you have what we have, where we have our lift set up like a workbench.
Fancy stuff.
Perfect for us.
Yeah.
Or you do have just a workbench at home. I mean, Dane coated his wheels at his kitchen table.
Yeah, I coated my exhaust with C5 on my kitchen table.
Yeah,
Seriously,
simple,
true story.
Easy. You don't need a crazy clean room or anything to put this product on. You just need a good temperature and some nice microfiber towels and gloves.
Yeah,
really.
and you don't have to do it with the wheels off, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
So if
These
you
are
can.
good-looking wheels, they're now coated, protected. I think they're going to work great for you.
I'm excited. So you guys will be able to see these on the truck soon. Again, I'm getting about a year's worth of protection out of this. You can do it at home. If Dane can do it, you can do it. Trust me by that. So as always, guys, hopefully you guys found this video entertaining. We'll put the links down to all the stuff we use down in the description below. If you guys like this video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rad Company.